Panna Cotta. Panna Cotta is an Italian dessert which is very light. It's fruit and yogurt based, and you can make all sorts of them. You can do vanilla panna cotta, you can make panna cotta with fruits. Because it's seasonal and we have lots of good pomegranate and good, the oranges are small because they're... I have squeezed about 1 cup of these oranges. This is about 4 cups of pomegranate juice, organic, all natural. So if you buy the pomegranate juice, make sure that it's not from concentrate, or you can juice these. A cup of whipping cream and 2 cups of yogurt, about 4 teaspoons of gelatin, your mold, and you can use ramekins, 6, and there is no science to that, about 6 tablespoons of my pomegranate juice. And I'm gonna throw all my gelatin in it, the whisk. I'm gonna put the rest of the pomegranate juice. I'm gonna pour it into my pan and bring it to a boil. Or pomegranate is kind of sweet and sour, but more sour. So we are gonna put about 1.5 really cups of sugar. I am gonna throw all these beautiful orange peels inside just to infuse them with the flavors of orange, but then we're gonna take them out. So really we're gonna take it to a temperature where you see it's clear and all the sugar is dissolved. So we poured the pomegranate juice and the sugar and the orange peels. That's all we have done. The sugar has been dissolved completely. All I'm trying to achieve right now is to reduce it for about half a cup. So after about 10-15 minutes, reduced enough, you don't want to completely reduce it, I am going to sieve out the orange peels, and I'm going to tell you a secret for garnish, how we are going to garnish our panna cotta with the orange peels and the pomegranate seeds, because I always like to show on the outside what goes here. I am going to add my cup of orange juice, my whipped cream. So it is sweet and sour really. I am going to add my first cup of yogurt to it. I'll start whisking. I really don't want it to be lumpy. As soon as it's a little bit diluted, I am going to add a little bit of this to my gelatin, because you want to dilute it with the overall thing when it's still warm. You don't want it cold. So I'm adding the gelatin pomegranate mixture back into the mix. And all I'm doing, one thing you can do also is, remember the sieve I have? I like to hold it in there, and then all the lumps, because I'm using a yogurt that's thick, I like to do this and go over it and make sure it's smooth. So after we have done this and sieved it, we're going to put it, you're going to still see, if you use real yogurt, you're still going to see some lumps of yogurt. I'm going to take a very sharp knife, and these little peels, orange peels that we have, I'm going to cut them just like this. For some simple sugar, take these, coat them with sugar on both sides. Garnish for the top of the panna cotta when we take it out and we want to decorate them with pomegranate, because otherwise orange peel is not sweet at all. It's actually quite bitter. But this way they become really... The look, I have it at room temperature, and while I let this sit and be to room temperature, I wash my dishes. I am going to put this now in the fridge. People are usually very intimidated by it. It's really my favorite fruit. It's the fruit from the heavens. So you should not be intimidated and miss having it. I cut the core, the top, and then I'm going to make slits. 1, 2, not too deep. 3, quarter it actually. And I am going to fill this bucket, which has slots over here, with cold water. And I'm going to slightly open this away from me, like this, in quarts. Over in the water, dump it in there, don't be afraid. Take little by little, inside the water, have the seeds, separate the seeds. Okay, so to finish off our panna cotta, I didn't explain the sauce. This was the juice that we kept on the side so we can garnish our panna cotta with. And just to explain to you what I mean by reducing and the sauce, you see when it cools down, this is the consistency we get, okay? So in the sauce, I put in the remainder of our juice, I put the peel, I put a cinnamon stick, and I put a star anise. Now I am gonna take off all of these elements because they have been infused and they have given their taste already. Cotta in the mold or in the ramekin. I didn't take the one out of the mold out. And you can take it out of the mold and have it, you know, cut it because it has gelatin. Personally, I like it better this way, so I'm going to show you. I like it a little bit when it reaches this kind of consistency. I'm going to take my pomegranate and I'm going to put the pomegranate on top as a garnish. You can decorate it by putting the orange peel. You can also put, you know, if you really want to go out of your way when you take it out of the mold, you can put the stick of cinnamon, or you can put your anise, and then I'm gonna put a little, and I like to eat it like this after I mix it, or again, you can leave it in the mold for a long time and reverse them in a plate or cut them. Buon appétit!